Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected on KwingsLetsPlays. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when more Xenoblade arrives. And special shoutouts to all our members, including our ultimates.
Woohoo!
If you guys want to hop aboard the membership train too, all you got to do is click right here and select the tier that works for you. So, in our last episode, we got a little friend to follow us along. I forgot what his name is, but he's going to tag along now. And
two little friends.
Well, I mean, we also have the brother, but the brother is not active at the moment because we have the sister out. So.
Yep, I can't remember their names to be honest.
Nene is one. Kino is the other.
Kino,
the samurai warrior from Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. I'm serious. His name is literally Kino. That's funny. Anytime, guys. Really?
Alchemoth.
Okay, there they go.
You okay?
Miss Melly, what's wrong? Is tummy hurty?
She misses her home.
No, nothing like that. I'm just remembering what we heard at Companion's Cape. I have been mistaken in my thinking. The war is over and peace has been restored. We are rebuilding, slowly but steadily. I'd thought that with peace came happiness. Indeed, that even here, people would embrace it with open arms. But the reality is different.
The wounds have not yet fully healed.
Quite. Those who lost their home. Those seeking the light. Those who bear grudges. Though joy for them is still scarce, I thought only of me.
But you didn't. Not at all. The High Entier of Colony 9. Actually, everyone who remained. You worked hard for them. You, Dunban, and Atharon led by example. Just so that others could smile.
Yes, keep on happy hat. Kino lusted upon a momopon, but still full of bounce.
Kino.
Exactly. Before, Kino cried every day. Did not even want to go potty alone. Sis! Why you bring that up? That's completely irrelevant to discussion. Embarrass Kino not cheer up, Miss Melly.
Agree to disagree.
Anyway, cannot abandon hope. That upon's words.
Hope.
To become the hope of the High Entier is a fate that you choose for yourself. As long as you remember this, it is certain that you will be worthy of that name.
You are the hope of the High Entier. You will not transform into a Telethia. Even after the Bionis has reawakened, you can still succeed the Imperial line. You have the power to end our suffering.
You need to be a leader to your people.
Friends, thank you. I think I can finally see now what my role here is.
Yay!
Onwards.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Well, they were dancing.
Well, I mean, they're just kind of hanging out.
Yep.
Yes, she is supposed to be the ruler of her people, and while she's been helping the survivors and stuff, she hasn't really been doing much for her people in general, so of course they have prejudice and they have other things because they don't know. You have to rule by example in order for, some people to follow it.
Yeah, they don't have a leader to show them what to do.
Qualified, certified, but fully booked, so hands are tied. Pond Spectre 11 is name. Surveying new lands is game. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Ah, friends, have impeccable timing. 11 in dire need of helping. Sounds like you've got a problem. A survey for the day was finished, so 11 make it sit down on sitting spot, over yonder for well-deserved snack break. Was just removing tasty morsel from knapsack when all of a sudden, whoosh, splash, meal thing plopped straight into lake. All gone in single eye wink, like tears standing under waterfalls. Waypool, take scarf, last piece of hand deserved footage. But no ugly fishy incur wrath of 11 and live to swim about it. Shouty will rue the day it made enemy of 11. Friends, speak to 11 because felt urged to help Nopon in distress, right? Then please avenge poor 11.
I believe it's a Velen, actually.
Oh, whatever. He's supposed to be 11.
It's opposite.
I don't care. Alright, so he lost his lunch. We have to help him. That's pretty much what it is.
What happened to his lunch?
He got eaten by one of these monsters. That.
Does he really want it back at this point?
Now he wants revenge on the things that destroyed his lunch.
It feels like Ricky Pon and his people are pretty obsessed with food.
Or Yoda's speech.
Yeah.
I'm not good at Yoda backwards speaking.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. Our cats always want food all the time, and I think it's because their tummies are so small. So
I think they see us eating all the time, and then they're like, I don't know.
they don't see us eating.
No.
We're eating all the time.
I only eat like twice a day, I think. Maybe less.
I'm always cooking, but it takes a long time to cook soup and stuff. I made noodles yesterday, and I chopped some vegetables today, but I didn't even get anything made yet.
I mean, who knows what they'd be like if they were outdoor cats, but wait, we can't go there? That's weird.
Oh, you mean they could just get mice all the time?
I don't even think we have a lot of mice nearby, though.
Oh, cats can find things.
Cats can find all kinds of stuff. They're cats.
They can always seem to find little animals. They don't have to find a mouse. They can find a chipmunk, squirrel, bird.
Bird. Oh my goodness.
Grasshopper. Zelda loves to play with, if she finds a bug or a grasshopper or something, she loves to play.
All right, we leveled up.
If it sneaks in the house, then she's the first one to pounce on it.
I don't know how we're supposed to get these things to come after us, though. We can't really go in the water. As soon as we go in the water...
I mean, Zelda's so fast. I've seen her take down a fly before. It's pretty impressive. Flies are really fast.
See, if we go any further than that, we can't even attack it. I mean, maybe we can get it to follow us. Because this is a quest. The quest is to fight these things. Come on at me! Come on! Come get some. Ow,
Oh my
okay,
gosh,
there we go.
these fish look crazy.
I think we might be able to hit him now. Try. There we go. Okay, now we're doing fine. So, I don't know why he calls it the Monado. It's not the Monado. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is a true Monado. I don't know anymore.
The only Monado left in the world, maybe.
Well, his other one...
Is the...
Everybody kept saying that his other weapon that he had wasn't a Monado anymore. Like...
I don't know.
Alvis became the Monado or something. I don't know.
I have no idea at this point. The storyline was so complex and confusing. It was like Kingdom Hearts, where they had all these different, like, pathways of the storyline. Some of them which had a conclusion, some of them did not. Like, to this day, I feel like Kingdom Hearts is still the most it still trumps this game with more confusing storyline, to be honest.
I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was fantastic. Alright, so we saved 11. Hooray. Oh! Sniff! Oh, day of joy! Elvin! Or whatever stupid name is. So happy! In fact, I feel a whole lot better now. Although, now it's no use. Tum Tum feels so empty. No energy.
I think it's almost like Evelyn, but not Lynn Evelyn.
But if friends are able to bring Evelyn Morocob from whereabouts, may be able to kickstart metabolism?
I'm gonna call him Evelyn. That sounds good.
So we need to give him food?
Morocob.
Morocob! Munch, 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 munch. Yum! Okay, done. Hooray.
Delicious.
Woohoo! Take all. I wolfed down whole food. About time for me make haste, finding one. Come to think of life all about helping each other, no? Dread to think what happened if, Elflin collapsed on road.
Oh, I should have just made you say we'll just call it 11.
It's supposed to be 11.
We'll just say 11. For the purposes of this playthrough, we'll say 11.
Clearly, friends have obligation to assure 11 come no harm, so take with and deliver person safe to 1-1. 1-1. Whatever the... Yeah. Though must say, maybe good survey progressed today, like in days of old chief who established pond specters, retired now.
It's just... Oh my gosh.
When Wun step intake mantle practically... Practicality? What the...
Practically only do charity.
Practically only ever do charity work. I hate this game.
It's fine.
Ellen nearly forget was even Pond Spectre in first place. No one cares.
It's fine. Whenever you have one word that throws you off, it's like suddenly when you start reading, and it's the same with me too. When I start reading the word the, I can't pronounce it at that point.
Meh. Friends want to know about other Pond Spectres, not to spoil fun, but I have small idea where they are. You've learned the whereabouts of further Pond Spectres. Check them on the map. Okay. Almost had a Freudian slip there. I was getting annoyed. Oh boy. Whoops. So the music in this game is actually done by one of my favorite composers, Yasurina Mitsuda, of Chrono Trigger fame. That's part of the reason why I was so touched with this game's music. I was like, why is the composition so good? It's because it touches your soul, because it's done by an amazing composer.
Is your soul being touched right now, Luke?
It is, it feels great.
Oh, it's an armadillo.
Not anymore.
It's an Armu, so it's like a huge armadillo.
Yeah, but it's necessary to level up. So, I'm sorry. I don't...
Little armadillo. Why, Luke? Why are you doing this?
Because... Bye! This is the Monato's power to destroy animals that aren't really causing any problems. Oops.
I mean, I don't really know what's gonna happen in this. I mean, I guess... So you were telling me this is all gonna take place within a, like a number of hours, so...
It's supposed to be.
We'll be back before, like, midnight or whatever.
Back before supper. Yeah, because Fiora's probably making dinner. She loves to cook, so...
She does like cooking. That is something she loves to do. Well, I bet if you guys aren't home before supper, she's gonna come after you and see what's happening.
I think that we only have the vehicle that can, Why am I not attacking? What are you doing, game? There we go. That's weird. Yeah, she's probably just hanging out with Dudban and all those other characters, because the DLC, the extra story is only supposed to be about Melia and the High Entia, because a lot of people feel like their story wasn't completed in the original game. So, as a selling point for the new game, you have this, new stuff.
Yeah.
And people, at one point, they were thinking, oh no, like, the Doctor Who actress is too famous now, so she's not going to reprise her role, but she did come back. Because actually, this role kind of put her on the map anyway. Like, Xenoblade gave her a shot, and then she ended up getting all these acting things afterwards. Like, she did Doctor Who after
which
Xenoblade.
Actress?
Melly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's Clara.
I'm trying to remember which one Clara. Clara's the one with the blonde hair?
She was Matt Reeves and Peter Capaldi, whatever his name is, assistant or companion, whatever you want to call her.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember.
She was not the companion of the 10th.
Yeah,
she was after the 10th.
Was the 10th.
I only watched the 10th too.
And I watched the 9th a little bit, but I don't know. I did like Doctor Who. It's very cool, but it's definitely different than anything else I've ever seen.
The 10th show is different than anybody else's. It's more like, it was easier for Western people to understand. Like, it made the series more open, whereas it felt like kind of like a niched audience before. And then when Matt Smith came in and some other people, it went back to that niched feel again. It didn't feel as like international anymore, like, because it didn't have that same appeal. And the show's not even doing well anymore either after they made the female Doctor. So Like, nobody knows what the future of the series is going to be. It might go away again for like another 10 years like it did in the 90s, where it just kind of vanished. Ooh.
Yeah, so I don't understand is like why they just can't, like, they take like a predominantly male role and then make it female, which is very strange, because why wouldn't you just make a really cool show about a female and then see if that takes off the air? Like, I don't, it kind of feels like, anyway, I'm not going to go into it, but it just feels like if you want to push your, like, you know, the stuff you want to push, it just feels like, why don't you just make a really good show with that kind of character at the head? Why would you take somebody else's show and then do that? I don't know, it's just weird.
I don't know. I thought if they were going to be, like, really, like, get a lot of attention, they probably should have changed the race of Doctor Who. Like, that would have gotten...
They could have done that.
But instead they went with another person of the same... You know.
It doesn't, like, honestly, whatever. I mean, they're just doing everything to just switch things up. Honestly, what bothers, like, I have no problem with that, but, like, what bothers me is, like, movies that actually are doing well and stuff, like Wonder Woman and stuff like that, like, people, like, are like, well, that's not, like, they don't get behind stuff like that, like, movies that already have a really good female presence in it. I don't know. Woo. It's just odd to me that you would not, never mind, support stuff that already has a really cool female role, but oh well, it's fine.
Yeah, I get you. Alright, these enemies are actually pretty tough. So, we are not playing on casual mode, if you guys are wondering, so death is going to happen quite a bit. I don't even know if it's an option in this or not, I don't remember. I know that it's not in Xenoblade 2, so... and I've tried to play that game, it's super confusing. Like, the game keeps changing, like, the more you play it, whereas this one, you can kind of get used to how the controls work, and how the combat is, and toppling, and things like that. It just, the other one seems like it's a game that's kind of like, whoa,
but
a lot of work.
I mean, you're right, like, I didn't even think about that. I mean, if you could change the Doctor, I mean, the Doctor's generally supposed to be somebody that kind of looks similar, like, but not, he's just changed a little bit every time. But, like, if you're gonna change it that much and make him a woman, like, you would definitely change the ethnicity then. I mean, then you could do anything.
Yep.
So, I mean, like, yeah, that's a huge point, like...
I don't know what they're gonna do, though. Like I said, that, when they changed the show that much, I mean, it hasn't been doing very well.
Well, so. I feel like the reason why is, I don't know, if I explain the reason why, it'd probably be unpopular, but I feel like I'll just explain the same way the reason why they wouldn't change James Bond to a female, but of course, I think people already talked about that, is that there's a traditional strengths and weaknesses for both male and female characters. So, like, a man, like, would have certain strengths where he would be decisive in action and take care of people that are weak and, you know, be strong and be brave and all this stuff that are traditionally seen as male qualities. So that you're making a character that's a male, like, role model. So then when you change it to female, it definitely does take away from males that are looking up to that character as a male role model. That's the problem I have with changing it to a female. That's personally my problem, changing it. I don't know, so anyway, it doesn't matter.
I just think it's kind of cool that the Clara actress, like, for a long time, when they were actually announcing that this game was happening, like, she was the last person to sign on, like, to reprise her role. Everybody else was good to go. It wasn't until, like, it was one of the final announcements that she was coming back, and she was more than happy to revisit the role. So, they didn't know if they were going to have to replace her with a sound-alike or something, because...
Oh, the person who played Claire.
Well, she's such a big star, like, over in...
That's cool that she ended up reprising her role, though.
Because Mandy Moore didn't come back for Kingdom Hearts. Like, and she was not that big of a star until after Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
She was like a pop person, don't get me wrong, but she didn't have a lot of acting gigs.
Well, anyway, yeah. But I was just thinking about, like, random thought. That's why I think Wonder Woman is so awesome is that not only is she strong, but she also embodies traits that are traditionally seen as feminine traits that can be extremely strong. Like, the Amazons talk about how their island was full of love and peace and understanding, and that is a traditional, like, feminine trait. Like, some of the things, she uses everything of femininity to her strength, which is what no other female character seems to know how to do. Like, it's almost like every female character should be based off of Superwoman, I was gonna say Wonder Woman, because she does it perfectly. That's why her character works perfectly. She doesn't need to pretend to be a man to be strong. She's strong as a female. That's what's so great about her.
Hawkgirl,
She's perfect.
Hawkgirl is coming into the DC universe, live films, but you're not gonna like the actress who's gonna play her.
I don't like a lot of Hollywood actors.
No, I mean you're really gonna be like, no, they should have gotten someone else.
I love Gal Gadot. I think I didn't even know who she was. I just saw her on the film and I was like, she's amazing.
Yeah. So
And she was like she was almost, Gal Gadot was about to quit acting because nobody even knew who she was. She was she was doing like modeling and stuff. And she was the one to give it up for her family, and then they ended up giving her the role because she looks just like Wonder Woman. She talks like Wonder Woman. She embodies Wonder Woman. She's great.
Okay, so anyway, yesterday when things were trending, there were a lot of rumors going on about Brie Larson because she just opened a YouTube channel, and DC has been pursuing her heavily because Marvel doesn't know what they're going to do with her, because even though her movie made $1 billion, the reception for her character is not very strong in the universe going forward, so they're probably going to replace her with the other, like, female Captain Marvel, which makes sense because she was introduced in Captain Marvel's movie anyway. But Brie Larson apparently is a big fan of a lot of DC characters, and one of the ones that she really
I
liked...
thought she's never read comic books, though.
She didn't read comic books, she watched
just
the
a
Justice
fan.
League show. So one of her characters that she really liked was Hawkgirl. So...
That's surprising, since Hawkgirl is a caring, kind, compassionate individual.
I know, that's what I was thinking. It was kind of like, this won't end badly, but I mean, as long as she has a good director, I think, because she's been in other things where she can actually act.
That Brie Larson is going to play Hawkgirl?
It's looking like it could happen, yes.
In what? In
And
a
she
movie
also,
or a show?
in the movie, in the future DC universe after the Flash movie.
No, her voice won't be as amazing as the voice that did Hawkgirl.
I mean, I personally would get, like, I didn't even know that the lady from Waverly Place, like, was,
Yeah, she was.
I didn't even know. I thought her voice was really cool, but just...
Reason why her voice sounds so great is she has, like, a different type of voice. I believe she's from Cuba or something.
Yeah.
She sounds fantastic.
She's I thought she was a Latino or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I think that counts as Latino, like...
So, I mean, I personally would want, just based on how well it worked in, we might have to switch to casual. How well it worked in that one game, or show, I would love for Hawkgirl to be like a Latino
I might have gotten her country wrong of origin, but I thought she was Cuban. To be honest. I mean,
Revive!
they speak Spanish in Cuba.
Oh gosh,
so
oh gosh, oh gosh,
I
oh
think that
gosh,
would
oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. No time for lie around! Oh my gosh, we're fighting a giant spider, that's why we died. Holy cow.
Oops.
No!
Honestly,
No! No! Regenerate! Regenerate, blast you all. Oh my gosh, I don't think we can fight this. Are we supposed to fight the spider boss?
it doesn't look like you're supposed to.
The dot is going... Which way is the dot going?
That way, around the mountain.
Really? Like, I can go behind the mountain?
No, it's going...
Are you sure? It looks like it's going through the
I think
mountain.
you're supposed to go on that ramp.
Oh, the ramp?
Yeah, I mean, that's where the dots are going.
Okay, we can try going on the dots.
Well, that's
Oof.
really what we're supposed to do.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to grind a ton in order to fight that monster.
Well, maybe we can just cut that part out anyway.
Might have to, because I don't think we can fight the monster. I mean, people told me that I was actually reading the comments. They said, like, in the side story stuff, I'm probably gonna get wrecked because I don't know how to play this very well. And that spider boss destroyed me.
Well, It's probably better if you cut it out since you decided to tell me that an actress I don't like was gonna play a part, so.
Oh, right.
It really doesn't have to do with me not liking her, it's just she's very abrasive and I don't understand the point of being abrasive. When there's so many other problems in the world, why make more arguments than there already are?
I don't know. I can't tell you why people like to argue.
What I don't like about... I feel like people who are generally untalented are the ones that are the most abrasive because the only way that they can get a good part in anything is to basically make a problem that's not there, and then instead of the person just firing them because they're untalented, now they make up a story that they're getting fired because, oh, she had a tiff with me or he had a tiff with me, so now they can't get fired. And so their abrasiveness works to their advantage. So they're basically able to keep apart because they cause problems and arguments. Where generally, if they didn't cause the argument, they would usually just get fired for being untalented. But now, they're forced to keep the person on because there was an argument caused, so now they have to make peace and not fire them. So I feel like untalented people generally are attention seekers and try to cause problems to mask the fact that they have no talent. In general, so there you go.
I think we have to go in the cave. The dots are showing, like, maybe I don't have to fight the spider, I can just run past him. Because I really don't want to fight them. I don't think I can right now, they're too strong.
Oh wait, you could go there. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, there's a...
There we are, we're supposed to go there.
There's a little guy here. And so we're gonna take these things out.
I hope that they do a good job with Wonder Woman 1980, whatever it is, 9 or whatever.
1984.
1984.
It's supposed to be the start of the multiverse, because that's how supposedly Wonder Woman's boyfriend comes back or something.
I do really like everything that they've done with Wonder Woman in the DC Universe or cinematic so far, giving her a very cool and very, like, intelligent job, like an art curator, where she would actually be able to travel the world and at the same time be able to be like, I don't know, it just makes her seem very like feminine and beautiful to be able to wear these beautiful outfits and be in this beautiful art museum. It just adds more to the idea of Wonder Woman is not only powerful but also beautiful. I really like what they've done with her character.
That's from the comics. You read this one.
Okay.
I'm not doing any more of the little pawns.
Qualified, certified, uncontestified! Pawnspector Dicka! His name, surveying new lands, his game! Dicka! Really thought it was curtains for a moment there. Friend snatched life of Dicka from jaws of death!
Oh no!
And Dicka finished surveying area, lit monster repellent, incense that got from friend, but then monsters appear! Make no sense! Why unheck monsters not repel? Why attract? Meh! When Dicka take whiff, realize it's actually monster attracting incense, oh no!
Oh no!
Friends must have put in by mistake? Or could this be trial for fate pose for Dicka to challenge resolve? Fate called on Dicka to defeat monsters by own self. Meh. But Dicka do nothing. Just call for help from passers-by. Disappointed self. Well, in any case, thank friends for well-timed rescue. Dicka not forget this kindness.
Okay, join up with our squad. Oh wow, quest completed because we defeat... Okay, awesome.
Yay.
By the by, did friends see Chief 1-1? Somewhere, maybe Dicka have to hand in survey results. Meh. 1-1 rise in ranks very quick. Was once rookie of team, but now chief already. Very unexpected. Must be recognition for excellent skill in prospecting. Dicka must follow shining example. Is key tenet of prospector organization that good effort always recognized and rewarded.
Too much dialogue. It should have been like a third of that. It should have been the dialogue for that part. I feel like
it seems like half this stuff is just all dialogue.
I don't like the it's just not fun to keep reading it for no reason, and the dialogue doesn't really mean anything. So what he was saying was that someone gave him monster attraction by mistake. Not only that, but it looked like
by mistake, quotation
also
mark.
within his dialogue, it felt like he said that he was like promoted to the level to going on in the field before he was ready. So and he was getting monster attractant. I just feel like there's something really fishy going on there.
Sounds like it.
Like feels like somebody wanted him out of the way.
Somebody wanted his job.
Yeah, it feels like they put him out there in the field before he was ready, like, and gave him monster attractant instead of monster repellent. It seems really fishy to me. Or maybe it's just supposed to be funny, but I don't know. I mean, the guy said he was looking for all his other people and they all disappeared. So maybe there is something really, like, fishy going on.
I like how, like, all these little pawns actually help us in battle now. So that's the big difference between this and the other Xenoblade game.
Well, I mean, I don't know if what we were talking about will get cut out, but
Probably.
I am surprised you were talking about someone being Hawkgirl, and I won't go into that again, but sorry I get so, like, whatever, because I really care about who plays Hawkgirl, and I don't want it to be someone terrible, so, but you know, I don't know, like, I am surprised they're even putting Hawkgirl in. To be honest, she's such a weird character.
They announced a lot of DC movies that are going to be happening again.
She's just like a side character. Like Black Canary has more of a presence than Hawkgirl. Hawkgirl wasn't even supposed to be really. She was just like a side character in Justice.
I don't know if she's not a side character. It's called a supporting role.
Okay.
Side character is someone that has very little lines. Supporting role is integral to a team.
She was integral to the team, but she was just there as like. To look cool with her wings and her bird nose because, like, she really wasn't in the comics very much, or maybe
she was.
Okay, but her character
70s and 80s.
Her character was completely different in the comics. They completely rewrote her.
Dwayne McDuffie rewrote her because he was very talented.
Well, I love the way he rewrote her, but she's not like that in the comics at all.
No,
she's
I
kind
don't.
of a jerk, or she's just there. Like, no emotion or whatever.
She kind of reminds, like, the Hawkgirl in the comics reminds me of the one from the CW show, like the Legends of Tomorrow when she was in it. She just wasn't that fun to watch.
I loved the Hawkgirl from the Justice League because...
That's Dwayne McDuffie's genius.
Because of so many things. I love the fact that she... I think my favorite thing about her is, number one, that she's far from home, so... I remember the voice actress lady talking about when she voiced her, that she was far from her home, which I think was Cuba, but it was somewhere in Latin America. And she said she could try to relate to the character from being far from home, since she was in the United States, and she's kind of surrounded by people she doesn't really know, and it's a different culture, and that's like kind of what she tried to bring to the character. But not only is she far from home, but she came there as an enemy originally of humankind, and she changed. Like, she changed as she was there longer and got to know humans. And she didn't want to destroy Earth anymore. As far as I remember, that was what it was.
She never wanted to destroy Earth, though. She was just there to, like, kind of take it over so that they could continue their fight against some alien force. I don't even remember what the aliens were.
She decided not to help them take it over, though.
Yep.
So she turned on, like, she made new friends, and she kind of turned on her original people, which is very difficult for a person to do, to change and figure out, no, this probably isn't the best thing for me to do. Even though everything you know from birth is telling you to do that, you have to decide to do something different. That's a very difficult thing for anyone to do. And that's why I think I really liked her. I also liked how, because she's been through so much, she was able to relate to certain characters that other people couldn't relate to. Like, she was able to calm down Grundy and some other people that most people couldn't calm down, because she's been through a lot of different things, so she can understand a lot of people. And not only that, but she was able to, I mean, relate to Jon Stewart, and they were able to have this cute romance and stuff, and her character just got so awesome as the show went on. Like, It would make... I feel like it doesn't matter who plays Hawkgirl, honestly. They can't possibly do it justice compared to the Justice League.
It would never be as good as the Justice League.
They cannot... The person who voice acted her was so good. The way that Joanne McDuffie rewrote her was so amazing. They can't even make a costume look as cool as the way she was drawn in Justice League. It doesn't matter. Even if they had the best actress in the world play her, she'll never be as great as she was in Justice League.
Well, it all has to do with... A lot of people have to understand, like, the reason why Justice League was so good is because you had all these people behind the scenes. It wasn't just the voice talent and the voice director. You had great storyboard people, you had amazing writers, you had great directors, producers, you had consultants. It all came together to make a great show. What a lot of people don't understand is people are like, well, if you just got the people who did the animated series, they could make an amazing movie today. What people don't realize is a lot of these people that worked on the shows you love, they're still at WB Animation and they're making terrible movies because they don't have the same checks and balances of people that they used to work with. They're different teams. They're half and half, like people from Batman Beyond, people from Justice League, people from Brave and the Bold, people from the Batman. You don't have that same magic because there were always people that made things work behind the scenes.
There has to be somebody with the same vision, with the right vision for what the...
And sadly, some of those people aren't alive anymore. Like, you have a lot of these young, talented people, but they got basically all this cred from working on these shows. And there were other people that were also helping them become successful. So when they go off and they do their own projects, we're not ready to fight that spider thing, people. Next time, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't get that same thing. Like, I was horrified to realize that so many people who worked on Batman Beyond and Superman were responsible for giving us Batman Bad Blood, the movie. And I was just like, how is that possible?
Well, I mean, they're just animators. Like, people will tell them what style to animate in, and...
No, these were people that became producers and directors that started as storyboard people and other things. Like, they just
shows that... Wow, that is strange.
You need an amazing team.
It just shows, like, the writing is everything, and the vision behind... That's like what... I mean, I know that Dean Cain got a ton of flack, like, when he talked about, like, how today he wouldn't be able to say truth, justice, and the American way, but I feel like he's true, like, the ideals and the things that superheroes stood for back then are not the same as what they stand for today. And it's the vision behind it that matters. Why you're doing it. Why are you fighting the bad guys? What is important to you? Like, that's what it mattered, you know? Even on Teen Titans, they had really great storylines about things that were important to them to stand up for.
I have to ask you something. So, in a video a while ago, you said that your role model from the Titans show is Robin. Were you joking or being serious? Because he's not... He yells at people all the time. He uses underhanded things. He's not the same Robin from Teen Titans. He is like a twisted, almost kind of like evil boss when you think about it.
But he does believe, like...
That was one episode. It's like every episode he's a different personality.
I know.
Most of the time, Robin from Teen Titans Go, he just screams at people to do what he says.
I feel like, bad for him. He's not very respected as a boss.
He doesn't command respect in the show, though. He's like an angry foreman. I don't agree. I
feel bad for Robin because he's supposed to be the leader and nobody listens to him.
He's not a very good leader in Titans Go. He's not. They are doing a spoof of the leader character and turning it on its head. That's why it's funny, but he's not really a redeemable person. That's one of the reasons why Starfire is just kind of like, in the show with him, because he's not a nice person. So you're
saying that Starfire would be more likely to like the Robin from Teen Titans.
She did in the Teen Titans Go to the movie.
So that's why she doesn't like him in Teen Titans Go.
Right. In Teen Titans versus like Teen Titans, when the real Titans show up, she's swooning over Robin, and then both cartoon Starfire and 2004 Starfire, when they see Nightwing from that one universe, like the Starfire of the New 52 is kind of like, back off, you can't have this. This is my Nightwing. Like they
my
see
gosh.
this Robin is like, whoa. That was funny. Of course, that Robin and that Starfire die anyway. Like all those people. What's so horrible about that is they basically wiped out that universe in that Justice League Apocalypse movie. So that little cameo they had for that fun Titans movie, it doesn't mean anything because they're not around anymore. They're gone. They got flashpointed.
I mean, I noticed there were a lot of comments that were like, why do you think Robin was a good leader on Teen Titans Go? Mm-hmm. That just shows you guys have been watching the show. That
I know, exactly. The people that say, we don't watch the show.
You guys have been watching the Teen Titans.
You've been watching it.
You've been watching it because you know.
I mean, I can appreciate for what it is. I think it's really funny, but I don't think Robin is a good person.
I do think
in it.
I think positive thinking is really important, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if I don't know. Robin is fun in that show.
This is a little weird. Wait, I think
he's fun.
All right, so I have to follow the dots.
Look at how amazing he is. He had the left leg of the mech thing, and he got that left leg like.
I'll give you that. That was funny.
Stronger than anybody else.
That was funny, but it like the thing where he basically smashes Wally's kneecaps was just kind of like.
I forgot what he actually did.
He did. He was like, I can believe, and Wally's like, dude, I'm just gonna beat you time and time again. What are you gonna do different? And then I think Robin says, "Is that Black Canary?" And Wally's like, "What?" And then he goes, "Victory!" And he like smashes Flash's kneecap, so he breaks his leg.
I forgot he did that.
Yeah,
he just hit him with a stick.
No,
but
that became a running gag later because then, you know, Wally was very careful around Robin because Robin cheated. It's the only reason Robin won back the Titans is because he was underhanded. It was funny.
Yeah.
Just like Robin, when he actually did get to date Starfire once in Teen Titans Go, and when she was dating Speedy at the same time, which was played by the same actor, he masqueraded as Speedy and gave her a horrible date, you know?
Oh my god.
And he ruined the reason why things are ruined between, oh my gosh, oh no! I'm dead.
You're alive.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
Not.
The reason why Robin ruined things with Starfire in Teen Titans Go, if everything's connected continuity-wise, is because he ruined her date with Speedy and he didn't trust her. Like, she was seeing two people at the same time, yeah, but, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I want to savor this a little longer. I don't know if I want to tell people if I really think Robin is a good leader or not.
If you want to troll people, I mean, you're allowed to. It's just, I don't agree with it. I think it's funny, but yeah.
He did believe.
You kind of had people going, "Nani?"
He did win the race, though.
Did win the race.
Think about it.
He did win.
He was able to somehow. He's learning Batman's tactics, which is using his brain instead of his brawn to.
Batman would have found a way to win that didn't involve like nearly crippling Wally, because you don't see Wally a lot after that. Because I mean, you know, Kid Flash wasn't as strong as the Flash. He ends up inheriting more power when Barry passed away. So I mean, Robin technically could coat his staff with some type of element that's able to. Bypass Wally's speed force.
Of fun cartoons. Are we missing a lot on Cartoon Network or whatever?
No, there's nothing happening with it. We're missing things like the new Thundercat show, which is terrible.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen like 2 or 3 episodes of that.
And stuff? Like, do they
Toonami is really good, but I don't really support the voiceover industry anymore. So I've been full-time subs for like 4, 5, 6 years now.
Feels like there's hardly any industry that's not really corrupt anymore.
Yeah, I love that Toonami's still around. I think it's fantastic, and I love that it lets people who don't really know a lot about anime to experience it through Toonami. I think that's the best place for Americans to experience anime if they can't deal with subtitled stuff, because it takes a lot of patience and also an open
just-
mind to listen to another culture's way of talking and their jokes and things like that. But I really love sub anime.
The hardest thing to get used to with sub is
The reading?
yeah, like usually like I can kind of have stuff on in the background, so if I get up in the middle of the episode and go get some soup or some ice cream or whatever and sit back down, I can hear what the characters are saying as I'm getting up and fetching stuff.
Yeah.
But the problem when you're listening to the subtitles, or you have to watch them, is when you get up to get something or a blanket or whatever and you sit back down, you missed everything that just happened in the conversation. You have to like rewind it, and you can't just listen to it on the background. You can't really fall asleep to it either because you have no idea what the people are saying. Like I fall asleep to shows a lot, like on my phone or whatever. Like I can't really do that.
Yep. Investigate an icon to view corresponding quiet moments. If you don't already meet the conditions for viewing a given scene, feel free to come back when you do. Any quiet moments you've investigated will be added to a list under quiet moments. So what's great about the quiet moments now is they're voice acted, but we didn't really do a lot of those affinity bonuses anyway because our characters, I never learned how to really make them strong. So it looks like we can do this one though. Life Without Visions.
I'm glad they're voice acted.
Ah, Shulk.
Hello.
Did something catch your eye?
You did. Wait, no. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. What a view. It's nice to see the capital like this.
Being able to see it from here, it's enough to make me tense up.
Why?
In all honesty, it's making me consider my position and standing.
I see.
My brethren, who transformed into Telethia back then, and those who survived, feeling the sadness that seeped into this land. And then, my father and brother's expectations, calling me the hope of the High Entia.
You are.
I must be an empress worthy of taking on that mantle. But I don't know how.
Freeing your people is a good
Much
thing.
as I hate to admit it, I have not been able to find the right answer yet.
Melia.
Shulk, you of all people must surely understand. You who secured a future for all of us in that decisive battle.
Shulk doesn't really get it.
He's like, I did?
You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about what my visions were.
Defeating Zanza.
The future that Zanza wanted. That was certainly one of the things I saw. But we fought to deny that future. And in doing so, forged our own path. That's part of it too. But now that I can no longer see them, I find myself doubting. Were we really actually determining our own fate all along?
Well, it's a good question. But look, you have saved me more times than I can count. That did not come about because of your visions. You used your own judgment, and you chose to act, did you not? And thanks to that, I believe I've grown as an individual as well. I hardly think I said anything funny.
I'm sorry. You're right. I want my actions to have meaning too. Not to craft Zanza's future, nor defy him and bend the world to a future of our design, but to give the freedom to choose. To all beings that call this world home.
Very wise.
Freedom to choose, huh? What would my father and brother wish for? I wonder.
I don't think you need mystic visions to work that out.
You don't?
They just want you to be happy, right?
I thought they wanted her to make the kingdom better.
My gloom is no match for you, Shulk. It's just as you say. To become the hope of the High Entia is a fate I choose for myself. Those were the words Father imparted to me. There is no need to fear. That is how my brother encouraged me. I've been so impatient and homesick. I nearly forgot those most important words. I can hear Father. lecturing me even now, chiding me for my foolishness. I give you my thanks, Shulk.
It's nothing.
Soundtrack is so good.
To lack clear-cut answers is hardly a sin, but a sin it would be to cease searching for those answers altogether. For the High Entier who live on in this land, nay, not only the High Entier, for the sake of all the people of this world, that they may decide the future as equals. That is the vision I choose to guide me. That is the future I wish for.
Yeah, if anyone could make it happen, it's you. But I won't lie to you. The road ahead will be long and arduous. I hope you won't mind me lending a hand. After all, that's the future I want too.
Shulk. Indeed, it'll be my pleasure.
Wow, her hands are small.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, my hands aren't that small. My
What?
goodness.
I'm just... Never mind.
Her hands are tiny.
Yeah, her hands are wicked small. Alright, so with a checkpoint reached...
Do you know who has small hands? Robin from Teen Titans Go.
Oh my gosh! Back on this again. Alright, so anyway, guys and gals, so that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. We'll take down that spider boss one day. I need to be, like, much, much higher level. Probably like level 70 or something. It probably has to involve, like, one of those little no-pawn guys or something like that.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay tuned later today for another awesome stream. And be on the lookout for our newest Let's Play, Curse of the Moon 2, starting very, very soon. Bye-bye!
See ya!